Hello, happy Friday, friends. It's snowing here in Iowa. We've had like spring-like weather, 40 degrees, 45, was it yesterday or something, 38. So it's been like, we've been so spoiled. It's just been so nice taking the puppy out and just, it's like, it just really felt, it was amazing. And now I just went outside, got drenched. The snow's coming down pretty heavy and we're supposed to get a lot of snow. So it all has to come to an end, right? I knew everything's like, school's got out early today. Everything's been canceled for tonight. So I hope you're warmer wherever you are. Let me know when you're popping in where you're coming in from. If you're watching this on replay, let me know. Put hashtag replay. But I thought I'd come on and share some of my thrifted finds over the last kind of week-ish. If you're not heading out to your thrift stores, definitely get out there because this is the time. I don't know what it is. I guess I shouldn't say I don't know what it is, but I think people get gifts and if they don't, like them or whatever, they just donate them. So I found a lot of things that had tags on them. A lot of books. It's like a good time to find books because people were gifted books and then people that don't want to read or whatever, they just donate them. So I love to look at the books at the thrift stores right now too. But so definitely, I kind of feel like this year, it kind of took a while to pick up and it's still not amazing yet. But the other day I kind of went through and I found some fun things. But so definitely start heading out to your local thrift stores. Some of these items will be on my shop page. It's at My Creative Day Shop on Instagram. I launch new items every Wednesday at noon CST. So some of these items will be on there. So let's just get to it. So the first thing, I always tell you guys to look for this stuff. And this actually, she had a pickup order for these. I don't know. So it was like a curbside order. So I don't know if they're from like Hobby Lobby or wherever, but I always say they're brand new. I always say, look for the floral and the greenery. And I'm sorry, this is super loud. I actually needed some stuff for some things that I'm doing. I'm trying to get things back in order. If you watch my reels on Instagram, we're pushing those over onto Facebook as well. But so I needed some kind of greenery and stuff. So this was a good little bunch to find. So brand new. She never used it. Okay, sorry, that's enough of the loudness. Then I found this little frog scrub, like a sponge holder. He's stamped on the bottom. So I'll need to, but I love the white color, black eyes, like simple, perfect little vintage frog guy. Then I found, I just love hammered copper, brass, anything like that. So I found this number and there was a lady this was by the, kind of like the vases at the thrift store. And so there was a lady standing, she kind of was taking up the whole area there, but she was only looking at one small thing. So I just kind of went around her and grabbed it, but, so pretty. It's got good patina on the bottom. So I found that. Another thing I found was this old sewing drawer. It must have been at an antique store at one point. These are so good for storage, you guys. And again, you can use them obviously like this if you had a deep shelf, but you can use them this way, right? On a shelf, you can put something inside so you don't have to fill it, but things can be popping out. You can totally turn it around and use it as a riser as well, but it's great for organization too. So I always pick up these drawers when I find them. Okay. I loved these because the gold is like, it's like part of the glass, if that makes sense. And there were a pair of them and I looked them up, this brand, and supposedly, I mean, I don't know if this is right. This is supposed to be 18 karat gold. But wouldn't these be cool with like actually a plant in here or a succulent in here? They look more like a decorative piece to me than I would ever use for like just like drinking glasses. Obviously you can use them for that, but I really just liked the gold, like just the look of them. And it's actually like part of the, they look like mini vases to me, or like mini, you know what I mean? Kind of to me. So there was a pair of these, so I grabbed those. And then Matt has been talking about Uno. I don't know why. And so there was this old Uno game in a bag. Like I tell you to always look for, like look inside those bags at the end cap. But then there were these old inside this same bag. You never know what you're gonna find in there. I'm trying to get it open. So you guys have seen me, can you guys see them here? So right now you can see these are old flashcards. So they're the tall ones, but these ones, they're little tiny ones and they're in green. So you can, if you Google or Pinterest little flashcard decor and stuff, you'll find probably mostly those, but I thought these were kind of fun. And Matt got his Uno game. We must have gotten rid of an Uno game. I don't know. I love these. So if I ever share anything and you know more about something I share, please tell me, like leave it in the comments. But these like homemade pottery, but this one, look at the stamp on this one. Trying to get the glare. It's like stamped with a W. I always try to find out the information for these things that I find, but this one is just so good. Again, it would be amazing with a succulent in it, just on a shelf. But yeah, it's at like a good size. I don't know. I just love these kinds of things, like homemade pottery things. This thing, somebody tell me what this is. But it's like, it's so pretty. Can you guys see this? It's so like just sitting on a shelf. Is it supposed to be a perfume thing? It's glass on glass, but it's like, you guys, wouldn't this be just like this just by itself on a shelf? It's just so pretty. The entire, I love this thing. If you guys know what that is, let me know. Pottery is so pretty, Teresa. I can see you guys. It's so pretty. This guy, when I was trying to look him up, this is called, I want to say European and Beehive, oh my gosh, European Beehive something. This thing, I need to look at it a little bit more. I just kind of got on here with you guys and look it up more, but these things aren't cheap. And I don't know, I just love the old world. Just this morning, I was looking up stuff for Facebook and like some blog things, and just the old world European simple decor. It's like copper, and do you know what I'm talking about? It just looks so homey and cozy to me. And these are the kinds of things that I'm just drawn to. So I couldn't believe I found this thing. And then I found brand new TJ Maxx sticker still on it. Look, it's green. It's like a vintage style. I have my heating blanket on because it's so cold. It looks like it's green too, you guys. Kind of just like a rug. It's actually a really good size. So people they're just getting rid of new stuff, gifted stuff right now. And then I also found this huge one. This one's even bigger, and it's actually, it did have the tags on it, but Matt started taking some tags off, and I said, wait, I have to share with my friends everything I found. So this one was also there. There's something right there. Could have been from our car, my car. But anyway, I've wanted to put a rug, and these you can just throw in the wash. I've wanted to put a rug kind of down here in my office, especially since Hilly, for Hilly to kind of sit on, and she's got her blanket and stuff. But so yeah, I found those rugs. And then my two favorite things, which, remember when I tell you guys, always look everywhere, right? So if you're in the toy aisle, you'll find something else you may like. people are setting down stuff all the time, and the workers, some of them, depending on what thrift stores you're shopping at, some of them are volunteers, some of them, they just don't know. And so I found this was in the normal where, like vases and pitchers and like dishes are. So this was in the normal aisle, and it is stamped. I really try to pretend like I don't need readers, but it is stamped on the bottom. And you guys know my love for, no, it's not. I thought it was chipped there. It's just where I love white pitchers, and it's the perfect size. So it's just a little guy. So I found that, and this lady again was looking in that same aisle with me. And so right behind, so if I'm facing that aisle, right behind me is like the, like kind of like the plastic things. So like water bottles, plastic plates, plastic containers, that kind of stuff. They have it organized like that. You guys always say our thrift stores are so organized when I'm sharing them with you. And there is like a rhyme and reason to kind of where things go. Like if I know I want to find a basket, I know where to go in our thrift stores. If I wanted to find something like a plastic container or whatever, I kind of know where to go. But with that being said, I look in everything. Like I'm not really looking for toys right now, but I will always go down that aisle, right? Because that's where mom, who's there with her kids, set down something pretty fantastic. That's what I always think. But so I was looking at this and I picked this up. And then I just turned around to start looking at the plastic thing. And this was up in the plastic thing. What? And it was kind of like, it's stamped to, let me turn this around. Federalist Ironstone. Does anybody know about that? I don't know. It's beautiful. It's like, can you guys see that? Like the perfect, patina. It's such a good color. Look at this thing. What? I found these two. Plastic, and then this was in the normal area. So definitely check. These are probably my two favorite finds from this week. Definitely check those areas, those different areas, because you never know what you're going to find. Oh, so perfect. Okay, so I liked this little thing, and I'm sure obviously it's off of something, but I'm gonna clean it up, and it's like a perfect little basket, but you could totally, again, put this on a shelf, fill it with flowers, fill it with pumpkins in the fall, you know the thing. Put Christmas trees in it. It's just kind of that perfect patina, that old look. I think that's it for right now. I think that's everything. So I would love to know if you know anything about these items, please, please, please let me know. Please let me know. And also I would love to know what your favorite find was. Okay, so here, I have a question. I just saw a comment and then I have a question about that. So let me Southeast Iowa. Hello, Jane. Matt is actually, my husband is from Southeast Iowa. Debbie, hello in Indiana, Oklahoma. Oh, Barb, it sounds nice. Georgia's 65 degrees today and sunny. Barb, love your lights. Thank you. Those are actually, it's a good story. We actually got to pick a barn. This was years ago, and it was the most fun thing we've ever done. It was in a small town near us, and I can't remember. My dad knew the lady or had talked to the lady or something. My dad had set it up and said, oh, my daughter and her husband would love to come through. Because they were selling, it was like a friend's barn, and his family didn't want it, whatever. So they were kind of selling the house and wanted to get rid of some things. And so those lights, when you walked into the barn, it didn't look like it was full of stuff, but yet there was kind of some small things to go through. And so Matt, being the picker that he is, I was like, he got down underneath this thing. No way I would have, because I don't know who I would have or what I would have encountered under there. Just would not have. And so he got under there and he pulled out 4 of these. They're like the original barn lights. These are the bigger ones. So they fit down here in my office. And then we put the 2 smaller ones up in our porch edition that we added a few years ago. They're one of my favorite things in our house. So we just added I've got the whole blog post on how to do this, because it was just the green parts that we found. but we were able to make them into the light fixtures. And then after we picked the barn, we went to the house. There was like a garage, and I can't remember if we were like going there. I can't remember why we then went to like this house in this garage, and there was this like cabinet just sitting in the garage, and it was kind of like it had been used and like it was worn, and I'm like, is that cabinet? And she's like, you want that thing? And if you check out my website, if you look at any of our back porch things, that cabinet that's in our back porch was just sitting there like just collecting dust, and it's now in our back porch. But anyway, sorry, I kind of went off on a, I could talk about this stuff forever. That copper is so pretty. Okay, so I saw somebody say, looks like a perfume bottle to me. I think that's what it is. Oh, Barb collects perfume bottles. Okay, so like, okay, here's my question, because I'm not very, anyway. So what I mean, it looks so clean. So is it just a perfume bottle for decorations, or do you like pour perfume in here? Do you make perfume? Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if this one ever had perfume in it. Oh my gosh. And I love, like, it's kind of, look at the bottom. Like, it's not, you're not gonna be able to see that. It's not like perfectly round. Anyway. So, okay. What is that? Tea kettle. So cool. Okay. The rug. Sarah, which one? The yellow one or the green one? Oh, both of them. The rug. Yes. Oh, Rebecca. Yes. European beehive copper kettle. Yes. Rebecca, that's what it was. It didn't sound right coming out. Okay. Okay, I want to just see their comment because I have to. Okay, so Sarah said, it's dark and crazed because it's been heated up, set on a stove, or in too hot of water, but great finds. Okay, so Sarah, I don't know if you saw, this was months ago, but I found an ironstone. It was like it's not a vase, but it's like a pot type of thing. I don't know, but it was actually had a bunch of this crazy like fall stuff in it. And that crazing, so does that mean, because it's kind of got this color a little bit around it. It doesn't look like this as much, but it's kind of got, like this crazing, around it. So does that mean that got heated as well? Or is that just aged? I'm really interested. I love the look of the discoloration and all that, like bring it on. But I'm just wondering if that's the same thing, because I wouldn't think like this, I could see you would put water in, but that pot, I'm just wondering if that's the same thing. Okay. I have a hanging copper light that I love over my sewing area. I just love copper, brass. I just think it's just like this old world, cozy amazingness. Okay, if Sarah's still here, I was just gonna see. Oh, Sarah, probably plus age added as well. Yeah, because I've often wondered like how it gets that, because when you feel it, it's not like cracked. So I've just wondered how it gets that kind of color. So up here is what it probably was initially. And then just over time, oh. And when you see it like this, I think it was kind of like this. And this is how I kind of saw it. And I'm like, reproduction, but let's just pick it up. I was like, oh my gosh, no, it's like the real deal. And there was a purple one. I mean, it was purple. It was like a kind of purplish went up to white. And I'm like right next to it. And I'm like, there's no way that's real. But I definitely picked it up to make sure. And yeah, no, it was just like a reproduction. It was just like a normal pot or whatever. So, okay, that's it. Nothing. I mean, I always think, what else is upstairs, or what else did I not bring down? Whatever I didn't share, it will be on the shop page on Instagram on Wednesday. But yeah, some fun finds. And I really wanted to go today, but now we're going to be kind of snowed in. So, and there's probably a million cajillion things there today. The day when you're like, I'm going to go today, and then you're snowed in, is going to be the day when everything's there. So, Sarah, it's so much fun. I could do this every day, all day long. I'm going to be going live. I should actually leave a link for it. So we do, for the supporters and stuff of this page, if you are a supporter, make sure you're checking that out, because I am doing some exclusive stuff for the supporters here. And so it's so much fun. Like I said, I could just do this every day, all day. I would love to thrift across America and find all the fun things, and just have different places to decorate with all the fun things. But It's so fun. Okay, I hope you guys have a great weekend. If you have any questions, if you're watching it on replay, let me know, #replay. I'd love to know what your favorite find is that I shared this week. And I'll keep bringing, finds to you guys as long as I can still find things. So have a good weekend, guys.